Capcom made some of the most iconic franchises in video game history, but let's focus on their very well-known creation, Mega Man. But not just any Mega Man. Let's focus on the internet universe of the games, specifically Megaman Starforce, known as the era after years of Battle Network, where people switch from the internet into radio waves as their advancement for their everyday lives. This is the Starforce era. But today, we are not gonna talk about the games. Instead, let's focus on a different perspective and review one of the things that the Star Force franchise has done. Yes, I am talking about the Megaman Starforce anime. Created by Studio Zebek, they really made an anime based off the adventures of our main protagonist Geostellar, along with his electromagnetic wave alien friend slash partner Omegasis, also known as Mega. From here on out, I'm gonna talk about the anime, so if you haven't watched it yet, be sure to tune out and come back if you did. Major spoilers are obviously gonna be mentioned here, so you've been warned. Bonus tip, it's better if you experience the games first, specifically the first games, Mega Man Starforce Pegasus, Dragon, and Leo. DX if you're gonna use an emulator because I highly recommend playing that patch other than the literal copies of the game. And the second games, that being Mega Man Starforce Zerker X Sorian and Zerker X Shinobi. And with that out of the way, let's talk about the Mega Man Starforce anime. Like I said, the anime was created by Studio Zebek. It started its run on October 7, 2006 and ended on March 29, 2008, both first and second games based. The series has made 55 episodes based on the first games and 21 episodes based on the second games that are 10 minutes long. I'm referring to their Wikipedia article. Meaning that the TV networks need to run an episode twice to fill the schedule. The show was directed by Takao Kato and written by Kenichi Araki. With a banging opening theme, the music and soundtracks of the anime was composed by Shuhei Naruse in Japan and Thorsten Laiwei on the US. I watched the Japanese version of the anime, but for the sake of this video and to help everyone better understand on which person am I referring to, I'll just mention their Japanese names once and call them by their English names onward. So without further ado, here's the first arc of the Mega Man Starforce anime. The anime starts on the space station of Hoshikawa Daigo, also known as Kelvin Stellar, the father of our protagonist, Hoshikawa Subaru, which is basically Geostellar. Kelvin is an astronaut that is studying electromagnetic waves and trying to create peace alongside an alien civilization. So basically, their ship got mysteriously attacked and yada yada yada. Geo got depressed and started refusing to go to school ever since he found out about the incident to the space station. Just a few episodes in and we're already getting thrown by huge amounts of lore. But as expected from any anime that refers on a video game, it is not 100% accurate on the mainline games. Take the Ace Attorney anime for instance, or even the Danganronpa anime. Some of the progressions, scenes, and overall things that have happened are not really the same on what the games offered. Examples are, in the games, Geo meets Warrock, also known as Omegasis, by his loneliness at Vista Point, while the anime tossed this idea and just made Omegasis injured and crash on Geo, giving us a glimpse on Star Wars Mega Man himself. I swear, if you already played the games, these scenes give you a nostalgic feeling. After that, Geo let Mega stay in his trancer to know the things he hides about his father. The plot is the same to the games, but the things that made these plots are different. And I'm not really mad, to be honest. It gives the anime some sort of freedom to do anything they want to execute for the show. And we, the players, get a new scene to experience because we already know what happens in the games bit by bit. It would be boring if we already know what's gonna happen on every single scene, right? The show really made Geo and Mega's bond go deep in a flash. They started deleting viruses together and even saved Shirogane Runa, also known as Luna Platts, in a near death experience, alongside her lackeys Ushija Magonta, known as Bud Bison, and Sashoin Kizamaru, known as Zack Temple. These three are quote unquote friends of Geo, but in this arc, Luna just mainly wants to make Geo go to school and let everyone know who's the class president here. She's your typical tsundere anime girl, so I see why there's a debate here and there if she's a good character or not. But we all know who is the best girl anyway. Don't at me. Trivia! Which Ephemian do you think is the first one that got into Earth to battle Megaman? If you answered anything other than Cygnus, then you are wrong. I know, Cygnus is the second arc boss in the original game, but somehow he is the first one to fight Megaman in the anime. Utagai Shinsuke, also known as Tom Dubious, is still the one possessed by Cygnus, of course, with the same fear and trust issues and trauma. Cygnus used the opportunity of Tom's fear and made him into his puppet and caused some mischief to find Omegasis. But instead of letting everyone dance in a space simulation to death, the anime changed the idea to letting an old satellite crash to the Amaken laboratory. They just went from 1 to 100 real quick on that one. So, Starforce Megaman tried to stop Cygnus's plans by letting Tom know that you should trust others and never fear them too easily. Tom shields himself because he was traumatized by the past of him getting his invention stolen by the previous laboratory before Amaken. It was no use until Mega somehow snapped on him and letting him remember the moment where Geo, despite being hungry, shared his chocolate bar to Tom, letting him know that Geo and other certain types of people can be fully trusted. But before Tom could escape the grasp of Cygnus, they immediately fled the scene, leaving Geo and Mega deal with the falling satellite. Geo come up with a plan to blow up the whole thing and let it crash on the ocean. The day was saved by Starforce Megaman, leading Luna Platts develop a big crush on him and making a certain detective be the J. Jonah Jameson of the show. As the sun sets, Geo swore that he will find Cygnus and free Tom from his control once and for all. And that's the first arc of the anime completed. Some scenes are definitely different compared from the games, but that makes it exciting. There are definitely some flaws here and there, like making some things that could develop a little slower and make it a good build up go so fast that you haven't noticed that it already happened. But overall, I love the anime's take on the franchise so far. It's definitely still taking the plot of the game, but adds their certain twist to make it more interesting. Lore and characters getting thrown at us all at the same time that we still haven't even reached the second digit episodes. And this video is taking so long, so we are going to end it here for now. This has been the first arc of the anime and the boss is Cygnus. Not bad for a video game into anime adaptation. I love the overall aspect of the anime, from visuals to theme to writing. Everything is just stunning to me. Like, this is a series in the early 2000s and it gives you this nostalgic feeling that makes you want to know more about the characters and its plots. Like I said, it's very good and I highly recommend it. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm very much excited to continue binging this show. My name is Vin, and it's a pleasure to be with you all. Next time, we'll talk about the next arc of the series. So, farewell. Hey there, it's Vin. I just wanted to thank you for sticking around till the end, and I wanted to say that I'm still new to the Mega Man franchise as a whole. In fact, I just got into the series last year, and I wanted to thank a certain friend because they introduced me to Star Force, leading me to play the game, actually loving it, and here I am. actually loving the Mega Man series. So yeah, ever since then I started to love the Mega Man series, and I wanted to know more about it. Yeah, that's those are the things. I didn't prepare this outro, so see ya.